we will discuss about 5th standard weather and climate chapter. Okay children, let's discuss. The first point is describe weather and climate. As we know that the atmospheric conditions keep on changing, is it? I think you have observed, you have noticed that generally mornings are so pleasant, cool, but noon is warmer, very hot, is it not? As the sun is overhead, like 12 p.m. around 12 afternoon, 12 o'clock. On some days there may be cloudy in the sky, some day shiny, while on others it may be clear and bright. Sometimes it's raining. Have you observed? Okay, let's discuss what do you mean by weather. What do you mean by weather, children? Weather is the condition of the atmosphere at a place over a short period of time. Weather is the condition of the atmosphere at a place over a short period of time. Over a short period of time. It may be differ or change hour to hour or day to day. It affects our food habits and the clothes we wear, and also affects our daily activities. It refers to daily temperature and amount of sunlight that a particular place experiences at that time. It refers to daily temperature as well as amount of sunlight and rainfall that a particular place experiences at that time. Let's discuss then what are the elements of weather, children. Let's discuss what are the elements of weather. See here. Air pressure, sunshine, snow, storm, rain, floods, blizzard, wind. I repeat it once. Elements of weather: air pressure, sunshine, snow, storm, rain, floods, blizzard. Okay? In the next part, we will discuss about climate.
Hello children, now we will discuss about climatic zones. Okay, see here. Just observe the picture. The earth does not get equal amount of sunlight at every place, children. Based on the amount of sunlight and the rainfall a place receives, the earth can be divided into 3 heat climatic zones. The earth divided into 3 heat zones, or the earth can be divided into 3 heat or climatic zones. What are those? One is torrid zone, second one is temperate zone, third one is frigid zone. Earth can be divided into 3 climatic zones: torrid zone, temperate zones, frigid zone. Okay, let's discuss torrid zone, or we can take it as a tropical zone also. The tropical zone or torrid zone, see here, the torrid zone lies on both the sides of the equator, children. See here. The exactly middle line is equator. 0 degree latitude, that is nothing but a equator. Is it not? The torrid zone is exactly lies on both sides of the equator. See here, in northern hemisphere also, in southern hemisphere also. Is it not? And it stretches from Tropic of Cancer, 23.5 degree northern hemisphere, Tropic of Cancer in the north. From here to, it stretches up to 23.5 degree south. That is nothing but a Tropic of Capricorn. The torrid zone lies both the sides of the equator, and it extends from Tropic of Cancer in the northern hemisphere from here to, in the southern hemisphere, Tropic of Capricorn. This zone is experience hot and humid climate. Throughout the year, this zone is experiences hot and humid climate throughout the year. Why? Because it receives direct rays of the sun. Why? Because equator is here only. Which are the places surrounded by equator, or which are the places are nearby equator, that regions experiences hot and humid climate throughout the year. Why? Because the regions surrounded by equator, or the regions surrounded by torrid zone, or the regions nearby equator receives direct rays of the sun. But because of that reason, it receives direct rays of the sun, and they experience hot and humid climate throughout the year. Okay, next we will discuss about temperate zone. Where it is? Temperate zone. See here. Here also. Here also. Let's discuss. The temperate zone situated between the torrid and frizzed zone. Between the temperate zone between the torrid zone and frizzed zone. Yes, it is exactly middle of torrid zone as well as frizzed zone. It is there, children. Here also, in southern hemisphere also. Between the torrid zone and frizzed zone, temperate zone is situated. In both the hemispheres, and the temperate zone extends from the Tropic of Cancer to the Arctic Circle. See here. The torrid zone extends from where? In the northern hemisphere, from Tropic of Cancer to Arctic Circle. In southern hemisphere also, from Tropic of Capricorn to Antarctic Circle. Next, this zone is neither too hot. This zone is neither too hot nor too cold. Countries such as the USA, Japan, New Zealand lie in this zone. In this zone means temperate zone. Next, we will discuss about frizzed zone. Frizzed zone. Frizzed zone lies the frigid zone is covers the regions between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole. Is it not? See here. This zone is covers the regions between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole in the northern hemisphere, and region between Antarctic Circle and the South Pole in the southern hemisphere. It receives slanting rays of the sun like this. It receives slanting rays of the sun. The climate in this region, or the climate in the frigid zone, is extremely cold. Why? Because frigid zone is very far from equator. Because of that reason, the climate in the frigid zone is extremely cold. Ireland, Norway are some countries. Ireland, Norway and Finland also. Ireland, Norway, Finland are some countries that lie in this zone. For frigid zone, this is the very good example. Are you observing the picture? See here. Snow covered areas. Why? Because these regions far from the equator. Because of that reason, these areas covered with the snow throughout the year.